It is no secret that one of the best aspects of Putnam County is the beautiful rural landscape. And with that, you get agricultural zoning. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you're a homesteader, a hobbyist, or maybe looking to farm one day, this video is for you. We're actually going to just touch on some bullet points because I actually have a blog up through my website. I'll have the link in the description for you to look at. But we're just going to touch on some of the main points and give you a brief education on what you need to know and what you can do here in Putnam County if you're looking to maybe homestead or do some type of farming on your land. And then I'm actually going to show you this beautiful new construction. So it's a brand new built house on 3 acres, and it's very unique. It's by a local builder here. They're not some mass-produced builder, and it's just, I'm in love with it. I'm going to check it out and show you at the same time. So what are you allowed by right on your agricultural zone land? So you're allowed a single family residence, whether that be site built, modular, or a mobile home. You're allowed religious facilities under 10,000 square feet. You're allowed artificial ponds that are 5 acres or less for community residential purposes with 6 residents or under, and educational purposes. So you have general and you have intensive. So general is your right. You have your right to these things. And intensive, you have to apply for a special use permit. So this is more hardcore, bona fide farming, dedicated farming. This is your life, your lifestyle. Now, when it comes to livestock and you're not doing that intensive farming, and we're just talking about the regular general agriculture, so you're allowed 1 horse or equine per acre, 1 cattle or cow per acre, 40 chickens per acre with 1 rooster, or 6 sheep or goat. So this does not overlap. So say you have 3 acres, you can only have 3 horses. You cannot have 3 horses and 3 cows. If you're looking to get pigs that are not pets, it's a lot longer process because of the waste regulation. So that's something you have to dive in a little bit deeper. So what are things that you can have, but you need a special use permit for? So you'll need that permit for intensive farming. So hardcore bona fide farming. This intensive farming special use permit for say poultry farms or dairy farms, large scale operations. You'll also need it for dog kennels, bed and breakfast, septic and drainage places, shooting ranges, golf courses, airstrips. So it's a lot of variety on what you can get a permit for. Now, the permit process, it changes per case because you have to plead your case, but you have to make sure you're not affecting anyone negatively in your area, your neighbors, or whatever the case may be. If you're draining into a certain area, is that going to affect the earth in that certain area? But for the most part, if anything is practical and not outrageous, I've seen it pass. Cell phone towers, dog kennels, cemeteries. As long as you put a good case in front of you and you're not hurting anybody, for most part, I've seen the county approve most things. Okay, now we're going to talk about the wild pets aspect. So these are not it's not livestock. You're not raising them. These are pets. So class 1, you can go to FWC, the Florida Wildlife Commission, and see how they classify these animals. But class 1 is completely prohibited for wild pets here in the county and most of all Florida. So that's going to be your bears, your lions, tigers, these apex predators. You can see the list. But so you're asking me, hey, that Carol Baskin lady, how come all these places can get by because they're sanctuaries, this and that? It's loopholes to getting a big cat as a pet. But so you can technically go through that process here, but there's nothing like that here. So class 2 is allowed with a special use permit. So you're going to have larger reptiles, larger cats, wild cats, things like that, wolves. So like I said, you can look it up, but class 2 is allowed with a special use permit. And again, you have to show proper housing. Are you taking care of it? You can't just go to the county and say, you know what, I want to have wolves. Okay, sir, are you going to take care of these wolves? Are they going to get out? Are they going to hurt the neighborhoods? Like, what are you doing to take care of these wolves long term? And that's what they should be doing. So here in Florida, we have the homestead exemption. And that is you get $25,000 taken off the assessed value of your home to help you lower your taxes. You also get another $25,000 if your home is assessed over $50,000, which everyone's is. One of the best parts of this homestead exemption is that your taxes can only raise 3% each year. It's capped out. So you get $50,000 taken off your total value of your home just for tax purposes. Now that's the homestead exemption. Now there's another, you may have heard, it's called Greenbelt, and that's not an exemption. Now that's a classification. And so that's classifying this property as agricultural purposes. So You can have your farming operation on your property and still have the home. You can get a homestead exemption on your home and still get that green belt classification on the rest of your property with your operation going on. The green belt classification was meant for farms that if they get overran around them by, new construction or expensive homes, that their taxes would not skyrocket because all this growth around them. And that's how you fully take advantage of your tax benefits. And with the homestead exemption, you are protected from creditors. So credit cards, civil judgments, and bankruptcies. But you are not protected from your mortgage if you default on your mortgage, a mechanic's lien, or if you don't pay your taxes. Now, if you're a bona fide farmer, you're getting tons of exemptions on purchases for your farm. Fertilizer, feeding, fencing, irrigation, tractors, things like that. You get tax-free purchases on that being a farmer. So if you're homesteading and raising animals, or you want to open a citrus farm or herbs or whatever you want to do, there's so many different things that are available. Raise bees. You can actually just buy land and lease that land out to tree managers, not even touch anything. And it's called silviculture, where they take down your trees, they pay you, and they put more trees up, and the cycle just keeps going. So there's so many options when it comes to agricultural land. And if you're a business person or entrepreneur, there's plenty of ways to get in that. Or if you just want to live off the land and be one with nature, it's your choice. So plenty of options here. So we're going to go check out this house now. Like I said, I absolutely love it.